Here is your full, long, emotional 40-minute YouTube-style story, written in plain paragraphs, smooth pacing, deep emotions, and a gripping hook that motivates viewers to like and subscribe at the beginning without any headings. A cold wind rushed through the narrow street as the camera slowly moved toward the old church steps, where a young homeless woman sat curled up, hugging her thin jacket for warmth. Before the story even begins, I want to warn you, what you're about to hear may change the way you look at people forever. And if you believe kindness still exists in this world, then make sure you like this video right now and subscribe to the channel, because stories like this, they deserve to be heard. Her name was Alina, only 22, yet life had carved exhaustion into her eyes. She had once dreamed of finishing college, working in healthcare, helping people heal. But life, unpredictable and ruthless, had known a different path for her. After losing both her parents in an accident and being abandoned by the relatives who promised to help, she found herself slipping through the cracks, job lost, rent overdue, no one to call, no warm place to go. Tonight was her third night on the church steps. She shivered, pulling her knees closer. The church bell rang quietly, echoing through the empty street. People rushed by her earlier that day, avoiding her gaze, stepping around her as if she didn't exist. She had stopped expecting kindness. Until she heard a tiny voice. "I think you need a hug." Alina blinked in surprise. A little girl, maybe 5 or 6 years old, stood in front of her. Bright pink jacket, 2 messy ponytails, cheeks red from the cold. And eyes so full of sincerity that Alina almost forgot how to breathe. The little girl stepped closer before Alina could say anything and wrapped her small arms around her. The warmth hit Alina like a shock. She froze, unsure what to do. No one had touched her with kindness in months. Tears stung her eyes before she could stop them. The girl's mother rushed over, embarrassed. "Lily, sweetheart, don't bother the lady." "She's not a bother," Lily whispered, still hugging Alina tightly. "She's sad." Alina swallowed hard, trying to speak. I'm okay. Really." But her voice cracked, betraying every pain she carried. The mother hesitated, noticing the tears on Alina's face and the way her shoulders shook. Something inside her softened. "Are you hungry?" she asked gently. Alina shook her head at first, as pride, or maybe fear, reflexively emptied her voice, but her stomach growled loudly enough to answer for her. The mother didn't ask again, she simply pulled out a small lunch box from her bag and handed it to Alina. "Please. My daughter's right. You look like you could use something warm." Alina hesitated, then whispered, "Thank you." She began eating slowly, as if she was afraid the meal might disappear. Lily sat down beside her on the cold step. "My teacher says hugs make people feel better," she said proudly. Alina managed a small smile. "Your teacher is smart." The mother watched the interaction carefully. "Do you have somewhere to stay tonight?" Alina lowered her eyes. "No. But I'll be fine." But she wasn't. Her fingers were numb, her lips pale, and her shoes were soaked from last night's rain. The mother knelt down, her voice shifting from hesitant to firm. "My name is Clara. I work at the community center down the street. If you're willing, I can take you there. They have beds, food, showers, and safety." Safety. The word felt foreign, nearly impossible. But when Lily gently took Alina's hand, the fear that always whispered in her ear grew quiet just for a moment. Clara helped her up, guiding her through the snowy sidewalk. The community center was warm, full of volunteers preparing for the evening crowd. A woman named Sister Helena handed Alina a clean blanket, a set of clothes, and the first hot shower she had taken in weeks. When Alina stepped out, she felt human again. Over the next few days, she spent her time helping wherever she could, folding blankets, serving food, cleaning tables. She didn't realize how desperately she needed a purpose, a reason to wake up. Clara noticed her dedication. "You have a kind heart," she said one afternoon. "If you want, we could help you get your documents back, help you apply for jobs again." Alina nodded slowly. Hope felt fragile, like glass in her hands, but she wanted to hold it anyway. But the turning point, the moment everything changed, came a week later. There was a fundraiser at the center, and they needed someone to speak about how the community center had helped them. Alina refused at first, shy and scared. But Lily, sitting cross-legged on the floor, held her hand and said, "You can do it. You helped me when you let me hug you." Those words lit something inside her. That night, Alina stepped on stage, voice trembling. She shared her story, not just the pain, but the unexpected kindness that saved her life. A man approached her afterward, tall, kind-eyed, wearing a jacket with a medical logo. "I'm Drive Harris," he said. "Your story, it touched me deeply. I run a small healthcare clinic nearby. We need assistance, someone compassionate, patient, willing to learn. Would you consider applying?" Her breath caught. "Me. Yes," he said firmly. People who have suffered often make the most empathetic healers. Clara's eyes filled with proud tears. Lily clapped excitedly. "See, I told you. Hugs work." Alina covered her mouth as tears fell silently, not of pain this time, but of overwhelming gratitude. 2 months later, Alina wasn't on the church steps anymore. She was in clean clothes, going to work each morning at the clinic, helping patients feel seen and heard. She was saving money, rebuilding her life piece by piece. One evening after work, she walked past the same church steps. A memory tugged at her. She sat down on them for a moment, watching the sunset. Then she heard running footsteps. Alina. It was Lily, bigger smile, same pink jacket. She jumped into Alina's arms with her favorite hug. Clara caught up, laughing. "She spotted you from across the street." Alina held Lily close. "You saved me, you know." "No," Lily said, touching her cheek. "You saved yourself. I only gave you the first hug." Alina felt her heart swell. Well, that was the most important one. And as the camera zooms out, showing the three of them together, on the same steps where a miracle began, the narrator speaks softly.